certainly one of the more unusual cars to be seen on this forecourt. A forecourt full of unusual cars, but this particular car is covered in poppies. And it is a quite stunning Jaguar with Mission Motorsport across the top. And Ben from Mission, tell me about the charity behind this.
Mission Motorsport was set up by a chap called Jim Cameron, who's an ex-major in the Royal Tank Regiment. He realised the effect that service had on a lot of people that not only worked under him in Afghanistan, but also elsewhere in the wider military community, and set up the charity to use motorsport to be able to connect with these troops who are leaving and in various states of disrepair, if you like, physical and mental injuries, but also just the transition from what can be a very institutionalised organisation to the outside world. It can be quite daunting, and motorsport is a fantastic way to get men and women who got a certain sort of adrenaline and buzz from being in the environments that they were in. Motorsport adapts to that really well.
I mean, these are people with extraordinary skills and life skills and technical skills, and they need something to do following service.
Absolutely, yeah. And myself, as a beneficiary of the charity myself, they've been instrumental in getting me back from the position that I was in that led to me having to leave the service to the position that I am now, with the links that they have with industry, the training opportunities that they offer, and just the general life support for me, but also for families as well. It's really inclusive, and it's, as I say, it's been instrumental in getting me back to where I am now compared to 2 or 3 years ago, which for me personally was a very, very dark place, and they've been a vital part of my rehabilitation and recovery.
That's very, very important that they've done that for you. They've done that for so many others. But they do actively campaign the car, I think, don't they? Or...
Yes, they have. They have their own race that they organise in November, the Race of Remembrance up at Anglesey Circuit, which I was fortunate enough with their help to be able to get my race licence to be able to do that 12-hour endurance race as part of a team of other beneficiaries and supporters of the charity. And every year they've done it for the past 4 years. So it's an annual event every Remembrance weekend, and it's a fantastic opportunity to get the Mission Motorsport name out there and its mantra of race, retrain and recover. It's a fantastic demonstration of that. They do lots of events, lots of race series. I spent most of last year racing for them. They have support from a lot of organisations, whether it's Jaguar Land Rover. They've had help from Mazda and others to be able to help campaign cars throughout the motorsport season.
And who came up with the idea of the poppies on as the wrap? It's incredibly effective.
It's fantastic, even more so with it being quite a dark car, that when you take photographs of it with a flash, sometimes during the day but mainly at night, the car just... The words of the In Flanders Fields poem just are illuminated and jump out at you. There were 4 guys who are also beneficiaries of the charity who work in the livery studio that Mission have at their base in Wantage. They basically prototyped and came up with the design. They've had a lot of help from Roland, who provided the equipment to be able to print the wrap, but also the material. It's a very expensive, quite a new type of wrapping material. And those 4 guys came up with the design. They applied it not only to this car, which drives around, but also 50 feet up the other F-Type, which is on the wall of the Castle Bromwich plant at Jaguar. And they were on scaffolding, as I say, 50 feet up, applying that wrap, which I suppose is typical of the...
It's that can-do spirit again, isn't it?
Absolutely, yeah. It's like, well, it's a given that it's going to happen, it's just how. Which typifies the sort of spirit. It typifies the sort of spirit of... the people that Mission Motorsport want to engage with, and allows them to showcase their talents, and that was basically one of the reasons why I now work for William here at Vintage Bentley is because through Mission Motorsport, William saw some of the talents and skills that I've gained throughout my military aviation career, and now I'm able to apply them to these fantastic cars that we've got around us.
Well, thank you very much for your time. It's much appreciated. I wish you all well for the future. Thank you.